What's up? It's a concept. I have a concept knife. Yeah. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Anyways, this is a Kansept Prickle. 3.5-inch blade. Max took shook. They spelled Max wrong. They got MAS. Kind of threw me. Max Tachuk design, 154 cm, black anodized, stainless steel, blue G10. A lot going on. Blue G10. Be picking up blue knives. And it's blue. Kansept Prickle. It's got some heft. Titanium pocket clip. I do like the black on the blue. Black on blue. If I remember, I'll put that tune, blue on black, for the short. This could probably use a little tension. Yeah, let's get rid of all this stuff here. We'll focus in on the pickle prickle, the prickle. All right. It looks like one way in is that front flipper. So hopefully it's excellent. Yep. One more time. Wow. Stonewash 154, G10, titanium. For sure that's titanium. Yeah. G10's got nice texture. Max Tachuk, they spelled it right on his logo. 154 cm steel, and then these Kansepts put the name of the knife up there too. Liner lock. I mean, I'm tempted to look at where we're lining up here to see if I can lighten this load a little bit, but man, it's running good. I mean, even if I have to shake it a little bit to come down, it's very hydraulic. You can hear it when it shuts. Listen to the little, it's like a little ping thud at the same time when it closes. Here it comes. Hear it? Boom. That detent on the bottom just sucks it in. Yeah, very nice. I mean, and of course, anytime I have a knife that's a one-trick pony like this, I'm always kind of like right away missing another option to do something else. But there's nothing wrong with having one option here, if it's a good one. Yeah, let's take it apart. Let's get in here, and then we'll get to it. Let's check this pocket clip. I already know it needs some tension, but let's check it. I'm gonna check that lock too. Yeah, it's solid. Solid. Solid as a rock. Thick stuff. Yep, all the way home. Nice profile that gives about a 1/2 inch sticking out there for a milled titanium. That's pretty good. It's a great clip. It runs really well, but I can put a little tension on it. Yep. So when we take it apart, I'll see if I can't manipulate it. All right. Now let's start pulling some screws. So I'm probably going to need help because I'm pretty sure it's going to come out of the front side. Matter of fact, I'm just going to go there and it's not going to be captured. I've done enough of these concepts now to know what I'm dealing with here. Yeah. It's got a small piece of Loctite on it, but yeah, it definitely came out that side. Now, I am going to try to pull everything else from this side because I can easily flip that pivot. It'll flip. I think this should come apart now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll put that back in the other side when we put it back together. I mean, it's not too awful messy in here. A little bit of oil. And Kansept mills a racetrack in the blade for the bearing to run in. Smart, right? Don't have to add that washer or a racetrack washer. It's nice. Keeps everything centered. Internal stop pins that'll ride inside the scales. Nice skeletonizing going on. Both scales. Or the liners. I gotta pull that pocket clip. I forgot all about that. And there was a lot of oil in there, so I'm glad I did that. I should have known better. I saw oil. Anytime you see a little bit of oil, you have to assume that it's like an iceberg, you know? What you can see is nothing compared to what's under the sea. All right, let's see if I can manipulate. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. That's good to go. I'm going to have to pull this one too. Way too much oil up in there to not get in here. And of course it doesn't want to let me in. All right, well, I'm not going to let that stop me. I think if I take this front one, that I can swivel this and clean any oil off. Yeah, it's got way less oil than the other side. So, we're just going to run with this here. Okay. Got little pieces and parts now. And the scale and the liner. Forgot all about these two oily dudes. This would definitely take a purple dye. Like a really dark purple, almost black. You know what I mean? So like it is black until you catch it certain light or whatever, and then you go, hey, I think that's purple. Come on, man. Get up in there. Gotcha. Gotcha. Made me work for it, though. Internal stop pin. I think I mentioned that already, but in case I didn't. I thought I was going to run all the way, and it came close. It almost did, but it came up short in the end. I'm going to have to hold it with the other screwdriver. Yeah, I didn't think I had that right. We're off a little bit. Not tight, I don't think. Yeah, there it goes. I think we're still off just slightly. Interesting. Well, I'm going to put this pocket clip back on because it is an awkward grip without it. The pocket clip on this piece, long, slender like that, is hugely affected by the pocket clip. The fingers grab it every time. A lot. And so to not have it there makes the knife super awkward to function. I feel like I'm way too tight here. Well, the problem is now the blade is off center. It's leaning to this show side. And so I'm going to have to take it apart and figure out where are we off. Something's off here. I'm not sure what. Okay, so not sure if you'll remember, but when I was reassembling the piece, putting the pivot in from the opposite side, it was stiff. And I had to separate this scale a little bit and then push it in there. Well, in order to get this blade to center up, which I have done, I had to take these 2 screws loose, tighten the pivot, and then come back and tighten these 2 screws. Somehow they had tightened and misaligned. And keep in mind, I hadn't tightened them. So somehow they were misaligned so that when this pivot went in, it pushed this blade off to the side. So anyways, if nothing else, it's a great exercise in just be patient. And if you have to, take the whole knife apart again, which I almost did, basically have to take the whole knife apart again to finally get down and go, that pivot is way too tight in there. And then I remembered fighting to get it in there. And I thought, I'll bet you if I loosen these screws that it's going to fix it. And it did. So I would have loved to have shown you all that, but it was about 20 minutes for me to get back to all that. So be glad that I didn't share it with you and gave you a verbal tutorial versus a visual one. Action. So, it's a one-trick dog, but it's a good trick. The way that they've raised this up and then the jimping comes right to the top and it's sharp jimping, it locks in, very intuitive. Just basically throw the thumb over the top of the knife and it will spring open. So it's nice. Would I recommend this for a beginner trying to figure it out? Yeah, I would, because it's really dominant. It's just sticking up in there, and all you got to do is get your thumb on it and go. Just move your thumb over the knife, and it will open. Yep, very nice, intuitive to unlock. This is lowered, so this is scalp, the liner, and so reaching in to get that is very easy. Light pressure. Push the knife to the detent and then a few shakes, very hydraulic to close. Yeah, wonderful action. I'm going to call it an A-. It's definitely A-level action. It's nice. I'd put it up there against, I don't know that I'd put it against a bunch of knives, but it's definitely better than average. Way better. Yeah, it's very nice. Got a nice little ding when it hits too. Ergonomics. So very comfortable in hand. Almost gets wider to the back. I think it maintains the width throughout here, but it creates a really nice, comfortable grip. And it reminds me of one of my favorites, my kubey Mizo. Very close. This one's got a lot of milling in it, and it's got a flipper tab. So this one I'm able to lock in. But blade shape, the fuller, very similar. And I just absolutely love this little stinger. And it sees plenty of pocket time. I like the ergonomics here. Reverse grip. Yeah, caps naturally with the thumb right here. Very powerful grip. But if it's me, I'm going here and capping with my thumb. Much rather be here than here. Yeah. And this is nice. This is really nice. Wonderful. So this grip right here, up and tight. Yeah, buddy. Pretty nice. Pocket clip. I did put a little tension on the clip, so let's see what's up. Thick stuff. Yeah, it runs all the way to the top. It's got excellent tension. Tension's better. I wouldn't necessarily call it a dryer clip, but I would expect this knife to be where I put it when I look for it. That clip's got great tension on it now. Yep, and it could have more. Wouldn't be hard to take that off and put a little tension on it for sure. I didn't put a lot. I just put a little on it. Safety, can we make blade contact anywhere? No, the tip's recessed right underneath that little hump. Yep, the tip is right there and it's recessed under there. So the tip's good, clip's good, and I don't have any contact through the scales. I can handle this knife any way I want, not make contact. The detent on the bottom should just snatch this knife right in there. Yeah. So nice detent. You're not going to shake that knife out of there. Let's smack that lock a little bit. Looks like about 30%, but yeah, it's locked up nice. Very nice. Maybe 40%. All right. What was it? The steel? Is it 154? Yeah, 154 cm. It's a little bumpy, so I'm going to hit it with a very light strop, just high angle right up on the very bevel. I don't want to get the flat at all. I just feel like there's a little something on there. One more. It just felt a little gritty. Definitely sharp. Yeah, so I didn't get that strop up on the stonewash flat finish at all. Just down on the very sharpened bevel. All right, well, do we help it or hurt it? Yeah, smooth, very sharp. All right, nice edge from the Kansept factory. Price, where are we at on something like this? Okay, these originally listed for around $80. The good news is they're currently running around $50. So, like this particular one is going to land over there back at Timber's Edge. And if it's at like $50, if you have the discount code, I mean, $45, maybe sub $45. Pretty nice for $45. 154 G10, blue on black, man. The Kansept Prickle. Appreciate y'all watching.